Anyway, we're talking about Fire Emblem: The Sacred Stones first. This game released in 2004 for the advanced Game Boy. Fire Emblem: The Sacred Stones builds on the foundation of its predecessors, which we did not get here in North America, while introducing more open-ended structure. Set in the war-torn land of Magvel, the story follows royal siblings uh, Erica and I have no idea how to say the other name, Ephraim, as they struggle to restore their kingdom. Gameplay retains the series' structural tactical combat while adding new features inspired by earlier Japanese-only titles, such as World Map that allows for optional battles and grinding. Um, this game, I will say, I really didn't expect to like it as much as I did. I thought because Final Fantasy Tactics was, I think, at least for me, a bad introductory point to tactics-based games. Um,
Okay.
it's not a bad game. It just is not where you should start. And and what this really reminded me of is the Advance Wars series,
Mhm.
which I looked into it and I was like, gee, I wonder if the success of Advance Wars in North America was why they decided that we're finally ready for this and release this. And it was. It
Oh,
totally, they decided to release this Fire Emblem in North America for the first North American Fire Emblem because Advance Wars did well. So they were like, okay, people are ready for this now.
alright. Very cool.
What did you guys think
Oh,
of the game?
wait, the other game we did is Blazing Blade, right? Isn't that?
Yes. Oh, I'm seeing it's not in the notes. You're right. It must have gotten deleted. But yeah, we did do Blazing Blade.
But isn't Blazing Blade first?
Is it?
Is it first?
No, you're right. It's I read it in the wrong order.
But we
Blazing
but
Blade
we
is
can we can do
first.
we can go out of order. But just for context, that's
Everything I just said, no, everything I just said is about I put
Blazing
them in
Blade.
I put
Blazing.
Blazing Blade in twice is what I did.
Uh,
So yeah, I meant it about Blazing Blade, even though I said the wrong thing. But yeah,
I'll just overdub it in post. Blazing
the
Blade. There we go.
2003 Game Boy, the first North American Game Boy Advance release game, is what I was talking about.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm ready because I was like, I don't know what game we're talking about right now.
I talked
Uh,
about the wrong story. I mixed them up. The story was wrong, but the gameplay stuff was right.
we
there you go.
it's just a title. We're talking about Blazing Blade right
Yeah,
now. Got it. 2003. Um, I think a great jumping off point for Fire Emblem. I don't know the
mhm.
series enough to know like what's like the best Fire Emblem game, but it seems like if you wanted to get into the series, this is like a great way to uh, get into this series. Beyond that, I felt a little out of place because I don't play tactical games that much. I played like Mario Rabbids, and I don't play JRPGs that much, but I enjoyed the grid movement, which reminded me of chess. The weapon triangle is very easy to understand. Like if you understand rock paper scissors, it's the same thing as that. So, and how about that weapon durability? Now you can go to like a smithing shop or something and repair it, but it does have weapon durability. How do we feel about that? Huh?
I
Huh?
feel like Breath of the Wild needed a smithing shop to
Oh yeah.
repair uh, things because money becomes so useless after you've gotten all the fairies woken up.
Oh yeah.
I think in a
But yeah,
game like this, that mechanic works very well. You know, it makes sense. It's a
yeah.
tactical game. It's not an open world where you're fighting everything and then it decides it wants to break at the most inopportune time. I enjoyed both of them. I mean, we can talk about the other one too, but this was a genre that I was into at the time, but Fire Emblem, I don't know if this was the same for you guys, but I thought they were just Smash characters. I didn't
No.
really realize at the time that it was a series, so I thought they were just people that were in Smash. But no, I know I've played at least one of the 3DS ones or 2DS, one of them, but I really like them. I think they have solid mechanics and they build on that as the games go, and it all works really well. I think in terms of amount of content, these games are always really great for that. So if you want something that's going to be kind of lengthy, highly recommend a Fire Emblem game. But I enjoyed my time with both of them. The first one I played more than the second one, but no, I mean, again, it Advance Wars was something I did play when it came out. So it's weird to me that I jumped on that but didn't jump on this. But with time, I've
Well,
kind
for
of
me, the reason I didn't jump into this, and I know you don't have this mental block, but I tend to avoid a series if I can't play it in its entirety.
oh
And
yeah, yeah.
I remember knowing that there were previous games, and I was just like, I don't want to play this one if it's not the first one. Like, and I still get that way to this day, is I like to play series from the beginning. I know you don't have to. I just it's something in me wants to.
Um, I enjoyed the first one slightly more, and this is very much a first impressions thing to me.
Yeah.
Because these are very, I mean, there's a tons of content, and I don't feel the connection that I think I should be feeling, especially with the story, to give this like a true like we're not giving it out of 10. We're not giving it like a true like rating, but I just say like my ranking for Blazing Blade came in at 63, and that is in anticipation that I would play this game more and start to have more connections with it. But going through a lot of the reviews that I had seen of this, a lot of people say that this is the best or one of the best Fire Emblem games. And a lot of people, I mean, this is rated very, very highly of people who did review this game.
Yeah, so ranking wise, 50 and 51, this is stuff I'll go back to. And I'm looking forward to the GameCube one popping up. So yeah, good, really good series.
Yeah, like I said, it's I didn't expect to get as into it as I did, and I think I have a new series that I want to play as many games as I can get access to now. So they're all piling up, but I don't know. I've also talked about maybe limiting myself and being like, okay, I got these 20 video game series and that's enough. I'll just follow them. But
Funny,
yeah. Anyway,
21, 21 game.
I ranked it at number 31 and 30. Well, I'll save the other one for later. But this one came in at 31, right below Winback Covert Operations.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
Right. For the second one, I just ranked it one. I did rank it one lower at 64. Got about
Same.
the same distance. Felt indifferent about the amount of dialogue. That was something that I had seen people write about, is that there's too much dialogue. But perhaps anytime a JRPG or something gets reviewed, perhaps that's always at least one person saying that. Um, and I imagine none of us got far enough for this, but are there any thoughts about having a level cap to games like this? I think it's 25, but I didn't write it down. But I just remember the level cap is pretty
Level cap
low
should
for these
always be
games.
99.
It's pretty low for these games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah,
would
that's
say
lower than
99.
Mario RPG's level cap is considered low, and that's 30. So
Right.
25 is pretty low.
I think this is either 20 or 25. I didn't write it down, and I was thinking, oh, that's pretty low, and it's not an easy game either. Like dying is
Mhm.
extremely consequential in these games, and it's like the old JRPGs. Like if you die, you go back to your last save. Um,
Yep.
so or last save point. I guess I'll say. So, overall, I think I wish I could just review it more, like say more about it. But spotlights are meant for first impressions sometimes, especially if we're going to review like these like really big
Something big, yeah.
games. And we always have the
Yeah,
liberty
I'm working
of
on I was gonna say I'm working on a different segment for the show that I won't have ready anytime soon. But listeners, I'm letting listeners know where I want to go more in depth into series, since I am someone who's obsessed with playing series in their entirety. So I had so much fun doing that for Metal Gear uh, earlier in the year when I was doing that. So I kind of I'm putting together something where every time I finish a game, I'm writing like a little thing about it, so I can maybe do segments where I cover series in their entirety, and I'll talk more about this then.
cool, cool. Yeah.
Nice.
So first impressions, we can always move these ratings up and down, and it also gives listeners a chance to tell us what they think, or tell us, "Hey, you're dumb. You guys are dumb, right? Like you guys don't know what you're talking about." That helps engagement, anyways. So, um, there is all of that. Did you give Kevin? Did you give your rating for the second one?
32. They were ranked 31 and 32, right next to each other. I liked the first game more, just like it seems to be unanimous here. But also really like the second game. This awakened in me like a want to go back and play more tactical games. Like I think I'm gonna break out. I'm gonna finish playing this first off, and then the first one anyway. And then I might need a little break. But I also want to go back and play the Advance Wars games now because they're so similar. So, and who knows? They just did a remake of Tactics. Maybe I'll get back into Final Fantasy Tactics. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's it's definitely a genre I've been kind of I've been familiar with but kind of ignoring, and now I'm just like, oh, cool. I'm into this now. There's a Ninja Turtle one, got pretty
Yep.
Mhm.
mediocre reviews.
Right,
It was all right. Get it on
right,
sale.
right.
Yeah.
There's one that I can't think of it now.
The Mega
Anyways,
Man
and
Battle Network games are basically that. A little bit
Yep.
thrown in. It's a much smaller grid, but yeah.
yeah, I mean, what's the Nintendo Ubisoft relationship right now? I guess the last Rabbids came out quite a while ago, but there's so many breaks between series that um, I think they were received pretty well. I played the first one. Uh, I would play the second one. I think it's more a matter of time because I enjoyed playing the first one.